Hello, my friend. It's Pat Sloan here for a spin around my studio on this beautiful Thursday. Although it's a chilly Thursday. It's like I'm tired of wearing the long sleeves. Come on, May. And for those of you who don't realize, I live in Northern Virginia, just outside Washington, D.C. I know when we get on the live chat, when the videos first run in the morning at 7:15 a.m., there's a lot of fun conversation about where people are from. And we have loads of international quilters who join us at that time frame from Europe, and we also have the Australians who and people from New Zealand who pop in just before they go to bed. So it's actually kind of a fun time to connect with our quilt friends around the world. How did I get on that tangent? Okay, let's go. Today's topic is it's International Fruit Cocktail Day. What is fruit cocktail? You know, I always think of originally those little cans like that have all the canned pears and peaches, a little bitty chunks. But my granny used to make a fresh fruit cocktail or a fresh fruit salad in the summer. And she would put, the one thing that she put in it was canned cherries. They were big. They were kind of big and red. And for some reason, when she put her canned cherries in, they never turned the fruit salad purple. But when I put them in my fruit salad, they always turn the whole thing purple. So I had to stop doing it because like, it's just not really appealing to have, you know, your pears turn purple and, you know, like it just, I don't know what brand she had way back when. So I have not had a fruit salad like that with those big plump cherries in it for a long time. She probably had some special brand she bought somewhere locally that was maybe not in a red, you know, syrup. So anyway, today, I want you to share a summery, picnicky kind of quilt with us over at Quilt Along with Pat Sloan. And I have one here to show you. It is made with my Oh My Stars. And I still have the home is up on the wall, so I couldn't put this up on the wall. I just have to hold it up for you. Oh My Stars, done with a gingerbread fabric line from a little while back. It's one of Stacy's with her animals on it. Oops, it's upside down. So one of the animal prints, which I added the black plaid. So there we go. Look how cute that is. And I've got blue stars on this one. That's that summer blue, right? I always am talking about that blue. There's that shade of blue. And on the back, red polka dots. But I think if you want to make something feel summery and fresh is add some gingham, add a plaid or a gingham. This one I would call more plaid because it's a little bit bigger. Ginghams I think is a smaller scale. So then her fabric line had this black in it. And then here she had this plaid in her fabric line too on that particular line. But this one was so cute, had strawberries and chickens and cows. See the cows? So show me something like a picnic quilt, if that's maybe the best way to say it, because fruit salad would be a picnicky kind of thing. And come over to my Kitchen Adventures group. Link is below. And while you're there, hit that subscribe button and the little bell so that we get to be friends all day long. But at the Kitchen Adventures, even if you're not on Facebook, you should be able to go in and see it now because it is on the new public format, which allows you to see and write and comment without being a member of Facebook. And I know that one person didn't have it work for them, but many of you did because you wrote and told me. So if it doesn't work for you, change browsers or change devices and see if either of those work for you. Or you may actually have a Facebook account that you forgot about. And in that case, you would have to log in. So there you go, Kitchen Adventures. So we have a couple of things here. Exciting, exciting. First, let me show you. I got the Prim cross stitch done with the kitty and have it all, I have to bind it still. That's actually glued down. It's a secret. I glued it. I didn't stitch it yet, see? But I pressed it over so that it looked nice and pretty for the video. And I did this with a French General fabric that is directional. and I only had a very small piece of it, so I had to be very frugal to get the little border, which is 1.5 inch. I cut the middle 5.5, and the border is 1.5 cut, and then the little binding, but I had enough to do the back so that you can see how it's directional. And on the top I made sure that that flower, and on the bottom the flowers were going the same way, and also on the borders, so that everything looks like it's the same direction. I didn't want one sideways and one upside down. Here is the pattern, and this is a series, so there are 10 in this series. I mean, I'm sorry, there are 12 in this series, and this is number 10 with the kitty, so we only have 2 more to do. And out of that fabric, that French General fabric, this is all the fabric I had left from that. I believe it was a fat 1/8, so which is half of a fat 1/4. So I have this left, which will go into my scrap stuff, and then one of the edge, so that I can save that for when I start doing those things. So she laughs when she's going to do those. You know, it'll be fun. But here are all of them. I'm going to show them to you. I'll just sort of go through them. Not going to take a long time. Just sort of refresh your memory on them. Let me get in close. The very first one, these are all stitched by my friend Cindy, that is also the owner of my spa where I send the quilts. You will see on the pattern that little lacy border, which is cross-stitched. And we decided that on the first one she would do that, but that's like a lot of stitching. It's gorgeous, and I would think that if you're doing one for a special, for a gift, that would be really nice to do. So we did it on this one. Let me show them. Here's a little one with the church, which I think would be awesome to do as a gift. You could stitch like right down here, you could just stitch the wedding year, and then if you did that little extra lacy stuff, that would be super cute. Okay, we have the strawberry basket with the crow. And these are all still available from the Fat Quarter Shop. I'll link you down below. There's the angel. Like a fuzz on there. Now I have this farmer, which I made him a little bit smaller. I was just trying out sizes. I don't have any farmers in my family, but I just think he's so cute. Here's like a traditional block, a applique one, which I love. And then the sheep, oh, I just really like the sheep. That is so cute. Here's the pineapple for friendship with the shaker boxes. And then I do have the one today. And then on my back wall, so these are Ackfeld hangers. So you can see the one with another one with the house and the moon back there. And when I link you, you'll see that pattern over there. But these hangers are really nice. Let me do this. So they have little clips at the top. And this one has feet, you bend open. And the one on the wall you will mount to the wall, and then you can put anything in here that's probably up to maybe an 8-inch block would sort of come out a bit from it, but I think it has to be at least whatever this size is, like 6.5. I think this is 6.5 to 7.5 is probably the best size to put a block. So any kind of quilt block that you do. Another thing going on today is the release, or actually happened yesterday, was the release of the old school block, but I didn't see it till I was taping this, so I didn't make it yet. But I'm going to show it to you. So here is the old school block for this month, and it is from Natalie Santini from So Hungry Hippie. She does lots of fun things on her site. This is a really cool block. I know that it is not going to take me as long as the English paper piecing, which, by the way, I am not done. Here is my center for the English paper piecing, and I am starting the rounds. So I'm doing 3 at a time. I decided that would work for me. So put 3 together, and then I will stitch those to the unit, and then take the next 3 and stitch those. And then after this is all done, it gets appliqued down on the peach fabric. I also did my little mini churn dash for last month, for April, because remember the block comes in the middle of the month. So this was the April one, and I'll have to do one when I pick my fabrics for this month's block, and maybe I'll have it one day soon. In my May calendar, I'm shuffling things around, if you noticed. just because it's not worked into my schedule as I thought. You know, I can't get to the things as I thought I would, but that's okay. We're getting to them. We'll get to them. Now, I do have an announcement for one of the mysteries and a little update. So on the second page of the calendar is all the projects, and for coming up, the number 4 one was a mystery for June. Now the dates have to move because the fabric's not in yet. But it's called Bats and Booze with Fat Quarter Shop's Mystery Halloween for June, and they're hoping that it'll still run. They're anticipating it'll still run in June, just not right at the beginning. So it means it'll probably roll into July. And here is a sneak peek, and there is also a cross-stitch portion of this, and I will link below to those. You know, so there's also a kit, and that's what they're waiting for. There's a kit. There is no supply list yet, but there will be, so you don't have to have the kit to do this. I had purchased some fabrics in sort of an overabundance. The quilt is small, like a lot of these are. It's like a 40-inch square. So I just bought some fabrics to work with, and tomorrow on the Friday video, I will show you that. So I'll talk a little bit more about the Bats and Booze. Boo, like boo-hoo, like not boo-hoo, like boo, like a ghost. Got to get all these words right. Now I'm also working on my cross stitch. You know, Cindy did those prim ones for me, but I'm working on my cross stitch, the Sail Away. So I've got it going. I've got the words, almost the whole words done, and then I'm working on the anchor, and then there's flags. There's a pennant that goes like here. And the next part comes out on Friday, so this is every Friday. So obviously I'm not, not getting the whole thing stitched in the week, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But I do have a question. Let me put this over here. This come down because when I'm pulling the thread, so I am using the kit, which is the DMC floss, and I pull a strand, you know, and then I'm got to put it in, split it into 2 strands, 2 strands, 2 strands. So there's 6 strands in the floss, in case you've forgotten, and I'm splitting them into 3 sets of 2. And I wrapped them around the cute little floss bitty. This is the lifesavers. What do they call those? Yes, the ring. But I have a question, because I think I should, instead of just putting them here, I know with this I'm sewing all this blue. There's still a lot of blue. So I think I should be putting these on the needle and then sticking them in the needle case. Now I have done that for this project. For this project, I have a lot of needles threaded up with the different colors because I'm changing colors so much. And that one looks like this. Ah, see? I don't know if that's neat or tidy. It looks really bad to me, but I can get them out of there. So I think for the blue ones, I should do that too. Is that what you do? That you, when you split it up, you go ahead and thread up the needles? So I got this case out with some extra needles, and that seems to make most sense to me. Then I don't have to stop. I don't have to wind it on the winder right now because I'm going to be using them right away. So let me know how you handle that and in the comments here. Or if you want to tell me over at Facebook in my Quilt Along with Pat Sloan group, my community, that would be good too. All right, my friend, show me some sort of a picnic quilt today. I was excited to get this one out. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I need to put it up when I do my summery stuff, which will be towards the end of the month when I switch all the quilts again in the house. All right, my friend, I love you. Mwah. See you online.